600 million. That's how many cats exist on Earth right now. 600 million small furry creatures with retractable claws, zero interest in your feelings, and a permanent expression that says, I could replace you, and I've already looked into it. And every single one of them is here because of a mistake we made 10,000 years ago. A mistake we have never recovered from. To understand what happened, you need to go back, way back, before cities, before countries, before the internet gave cats a platform they absolutely did not need. For most of human history, we were nomads, moving constantly, following animals, never staying in one place long enough to accumulate anything. And life was fine, hard, dangerous, short, but fine. Then, someone had an idea. What if we just stayed? What if, instead of chasing animals, we grew food, built houses, settled down? Civilization. Simple. Genius. What could go wrong? Almost immediately, everything. Because here's the thing nobody thought about. When you gather all your food into one building and leave it there for an entire year, you've just built the greatest mouse hotel in history. Mice moved in, started families, started bigger families, had family reunions, started inviting cousins. The grain storage that was supposed to feed an entire village was being eaten by creatures the size of a fist, and nobody had invented pest control yet. Humans had created civilization, and civilization had a mouse problem. Now, enter the cat, specifically the African wildcat. Small, fast, completely uninterested in humans, spending its days turning rodents into a bad memory. And one day, a wildcat was wandering around doing wildcat things when it noticed something. The humans. More specifically, what was happening near the humans? Mice everywhere, all in one place, practically gift-wrapped. From the cat's perspective, this was extraordinary. Normally, hunting is work, tracking, waiting, energy, effort. But these strange, hairless creatures had gathered every mouse in the region into a single convenient location. The cat looked at human civilization and thought one thing. These idiots built me a restaurant. So the cat moved closer, not because it liked humans, not because it wanted friendship, not because it felt any emotion toward us whatsoever. Purely, strategically, for the mice. And humans noticed. They saw the cats hunting around their grain stores. They saw the mice disappearing. They did not complain. And just like that, without a single conversation, one of the greatest deals in history was made. Cats got unlimited prey delivered to one address. Humans got rid of the mice destroying their food supply. Nobody negotiated. Nobody planned this. It just happened, because both sides stumbled into something that worked. Now compare this to dogs. Dogs wanted to be here. Dogs sought out humans, built relationships, earned trust over thousands of years of loyalty and cooperation. Dogs hear "good boy" and immediately achieve spiritual enlightenment. Dogs would fight a bear for you without being asked. Dogs applied for the job. Cats did not apply. Cats walked past the building, noticed an opportunity, and never left. There's a difference, a significant one. Over generations, something interesting started happening. The wildcats that were more comfortable around humans stuck around. The ones that weren't went back to the forest. And slowly, over thousands of years, with no deliberate breeding program, no plan, no intention from either side, the wildcat became something new. Something perfectly designed to live alongside humans. Something capable of sleeping 18 hours a day, knocking objects off surfaces for no reason, staring at walls, and somehow still maintaining the complete respect of every human in the building. Here is the funniest part. Most animals that got domesticated changed dramatically. Cows changed, pigs changed, dogs changed so much that some of them now look like someone tried to draw a wolf from memory and just kept going. Cats barely changed. Your house cat is genetically almost identical to its wild ancestors. Same bone structure, same hunting instincts, same complete and total disregard for your emotional state. It is the exact same predator just living in your apartment now, and somehow more judgmental than ever. From the Middle East, the cats spread everywhere, into Egypt, where they were literally worshipped as gods, which cats have not forgotten. Into Europe, into Asia, onto ships crossing oceans. Sailors loved cats because ships had rats. Cats loved ships because ships had rats. Again, not about the sailors, never about the sailors, just the rats. At every port the ships reached, the cats got off, looked around, found the mice, and stayed. 600 million times over. And then, the internet happened. Humanity spent decades building a global communications network capable of connecting every human being on the planet, and cats immediately became the main attraction. Billions of videos, billions of photos, entire corners of the internet dedicated entirely to watching cats do nothing in particular, which is honestly the most on-brand thing that has ever happened. The cat found the grain storage again, except this time the grain storage is human attention, and there is an infinite supply of it. Here's the question nobody actually asks. Who domesticated who? Because the official story is humans domesticated cats, brought wild animals into civilization, shaped them over thousands of years. But look at the actual arrangement. Cats showed up uninvited, changed almost nothing about themselves, and somehow ended up with a human providing food, shelter, warmth, medical care, and a heated blanket. The cat didn't get domesticated. The cat got a personal assistant, and we did this to ourselves. We built the grain storage. We attracted the mice attracted the cats moved in. And at no point in this entire 10,000-year chain of events did a single human stop and say, wait, are we sure about this? Because look at where we ended up. 600 million cats on every continent except Antarctica. The only reason they're not in Antarctica is there's nothing there worth knocking off a shelf. The most successful small predator in human history. Not because we bred them for it. Not because we trained them. Not because we had any kind of plan at all. But because we built grain storage and they noticed. So the next time your cat stares at you from across the room with that look, the one that says it has evaluated you and found you adequate, just remember, you didn't adopt that cat. That cat found the grain storage, and you're in it.